If you've watched the earlier videos in this series, you already know what Medicare covers. But here's something people don't talk about nearly enough: what it doesn't cover. And some of these gaps are significant. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you because knowing about these gaps before you need care is what lets you actually do something about them. Finding out after is when it becomes a problem. I'm Robin Dall, independent Medicare broker and educator at RobinsWisdom. No call centers, no 1-800 numbers, just straight answers. Let's get into it. Let's start with the 4 things people are most surprised to find out Medicare doesn't cover. Dental. Original Medicare does not cover routine dental care. No cleanings, no fillings, no extractions, no dentures. There are very narrow exceptions for dental work that is directly connected to a covered medical procedure. But for practical purposes, if you need dental work, you're paying out of pocket, or you're carrying separate dental insurance. People have been pushing for Medicare to add dental coverage for decades. It may happen eventually, but don't count on it anytime soon. And if it does get added, expect the cost to show up somewhere, likely as an increase to your Part B premium. Vision. Original Medicare does not cover routine eye exams, eyeglasses, or contact lenses. It will cover treatment for eye diseases like glaucoma or macular degeneration. Those are medical conditions. But your annual exam and your glasses, not covered. Hearing. Hearing aids are not covered by Original Medicare, and hearing aids are expensive, often $2,000 to $6,000 or more for a pair. This is one of the most financially significant gaps in Medicare for a lot of people. Long-term care. This is the big one. Medicare does not pay for long-term custodial care, meaning care in a nursing home, memory care facility, or assistance with daily activities like bathing, dressing, or eating at home. People confuse skilled nursing facility coverage with long-term care, and they are completely different things. Skilled nursing is short-term rehabilitation. You had a surgery. You need a few weeks to recover before going home. Medicare covers that. Long-term care is when someone needs ongoing help indefinitely. Medicare does not cover that. Full stop. Here's where Medicare Advantage plans often sound appealing. Many of them include dental, vision, and hearing benefits that Original Medicare doesn't offer. And that's real. A lot of Advantage plans do include some dental coverage, a vision allowance for glasses, and hearing aid benefits. Some are genuinely useful. But I want you to hear this clearly. The coverage is often limited. A dental benefit might cover cleanings and x-rays, but not major work like crowns or implants. A vision allowance might be $150 toward glasses. Helpful, but not if you need progressives or a complex prescription. Hearing aid benefits vary enormously plan to plan. So yes, Medicare Advantage can help fill some of these gaps. But go in with realistic expectations about what included actually means for your specific plan. For dental and vision, the options are straightforward. Standalone dental insurance. You can buy a separate dental plan. Premiums typically run $30 to $50 a month for basic coverage. Just read the fine print. Most dental plans have waiting periods before they cover major work and annual maximums that cap what they'll pay. Dental discount plans. These aren't insurance. They're membership programs where you pay an annual fee and get discounted rates at participating dentists. Depending on how much dental work you expect to need, these can actually be more cost-effective than traditional dental insurance. Standalone vision plans. Similar to dental, separate coverage you can buy for routine exams and glasses. Usually pretty affordable. The honest truth. If you're generally healthy and just need routine care, a basic standalone plan is usually worth it. If you need significant dental work, look carefully at what's actually covered before you assume a plan will help. This is where the conversation gets more serious and more important. Long-term care is expensive. According to recent data, the median annual cost of a private room in a nursing home is over $100,000. Home health aid services can run $50,000 or more per year. Memory care facilities vary, but are often even higher. These are not small numbers, and Medicare pays none of it for long-term custodial care. So what are your options? Traditional long-term care insurance. This is a policy that pays a daily or monthly benefit if you need long-term care. The challenge is that it's gotten very expensive and many carriers have left the market. If you're in your 50s, it's worth exploring. If you're already in your 60s and in good health, get quotes, but know the premiums can be significant. Short-term care insurance. This is something I think every Medicare beneficiary should at least know about because most people don't. Short-term care policies typically cover up to 1 year of care, home care, assisted living, skilled nursing, for a much more affordable premium than traditional long-term care insurance. The benefit period is shorter, but it gives you a real financial buffer for the kind of care situation that comes up most often. A relatively minor health event that requires temporary help and Medicare runs out, that's exactly what short-term care is designed for. Hybrid life and long-term care policies. These combine life insurance with a long-term care benefit. You pay into the policy, and if you need care, you draw from the benefit. If you never need care, the death benefit goes to your beneficiaries. These are worth looking at if you want the protection without the use it or lose it feeling of traditional LTC insurance. Self-funding. Some people with significant assets choose to self-insure, meaning they plan to pay out of pocket if care is needed. This can work depending on your financial situation, but it requires honest planning around what extended care could actually cost. The bottom line on long-term care: don't assume Medicare will cover it, and don't wait until you need it to have the conversation. Options get more limited as you get older and as your health changes. A couple of other things Medicare doesn't cover that are worth a quick mention. Overseas care. Medicare is built for the United States. If you're outside the country, whether you're traveling, visiting family, or spending time abroad, Medicare generally does not cover care outside the U.S., with a few rare exceptions. I've seen clients assume Medicare would cover this, and it doesn't. Some Medigap plans include limited foreign travel emergency coverage. Medicare Advantage plans vary. If you travel internationally, you should strongly consider travel medical insurance. It's relatively inexpensive, and the peace of mind is worth it. Cosmetic procedures. Medicare covers medically necessary care. Elective cosmetic procedures are not covered. Acupuncture. Medicare does cover acupuncture for chronic low back pain. That's a relatively recent addition. But for other conditions, it's generally not covered. Most fitness programs. Original Medicare doesn't cover gym memberships or fitness programs, though many Medicare Advantage plans include fitness benefits like silver sneakers. So that's the honest picture of what Medicare doesn't cover: dental, vision, hearing, long-term care, and a handful of other things worth knowing about. None of this is meant to overwhelm you. It's meant to help you plan. The next video in this series covers the documents you need to have in place before you turn 65, power of attorney, healthcare directives, and why getting these right matters more than most people realize. That one's up next. And if you have questions about your specific situation, what gaps you might have, what options make sense for your health and your budget, head to RobinsWisdom.com and request a free Medicare review. No call centers, no 1-800 numbers, just Robin Dall, Medicare educator and commissioned remote online notary, here to make 65 feel a lot less overwhelming. I'll see you in the next one.